FIRST is an excellent organization for information security and incident responders. It's a great way to network and to have conversations with people, and it gives you another way to reach those people during a time of crisis.
I think it's a trusted network, and the trust is a key thing. All the consumers around the world, we've all heard of things that happen around the world, they want data privacy, they want security, they want to be able to trust the people that hold their data. And I think we're one of the key people now, the thing that we actually trust each other. And there's been no breach of trust in the 14 years I've been within FIRST.
There was no training initially for things like incident response and cybersecurity. And so you've had people from a number of fields, a number of backgrounds that have had to really learn this, cut their teeth on it, if you will, and sharing those experiences and best practices with each other has been a lot of what FIRST has helped to promote.
We're all dealing with the same security issues, and it helps us see that that security is an issue that is across cultures and across boundaries.
We have a bunch of people across the public and private sector that are protecting various parts of the computer infrastructure, the internet as we know it, and they don't necessarily have a way to contact and communicate with each other that's not set up by one organization or a country that's sort of non-denominational. And FIRST has sort of provided that role where incident responders can get together, they can talk about what works, they can talk about what didn't work in an environment with other people that do exactly the same job that they do. And so in doing that, that sort of provides the whole group kind of pulling each other up in a way that really just doesn't exist. It's not something you can buy, it's something that you have to participate, you have to sort of put in to get out.
They're at the forefront of everything that's going on in the threat world, the cybersecurity world, the incident world. They absolutely see everything as it happens, on the cusp of the timing, everywhere. If it's not here's an organisation, I know there'll be another organisation that's seeing it happening somewhere around the world as it happens. And that's great, because then what happens is they quickly disseminate, through that trust relationship, information back to people like me and say, hey, look, we're seeing this, be prepared, guys.
It was an important step for my company because we've been working hard to improve, regularize, proceduralize our incident response processes in order to reach the standard necessary to qualify for FIRST membership. And I think that's an important function that FIRST provides to give that kind of ruler, that kind of calibration sense to incident response, but also it's, I think, the feather in the cap of any organization that can qualify for FIRST membership, and it's a good goal to set for the organization.
I think the point is that it's a global community, and once a year it gathers people from all around the world. I like the potential of the community, of the gathering, of the incident responders.
We wanted to be part of this experts and networking with them so we could have direct access to the right people to get the right things done. When you have an incident, you have no time to spare, you need to talk to the right persons, and the FIRST is the place to be.
It means that you are a part of this global community of experts. FIRST is an organization that facilitates cooperation. So we always talk about information sharing in the incident response world. We always want more of information sharing. We want it to be faster, we want it to be more complete, and there's various obstacles why we cannot do it the way we always wanted it. And the FIRST here is the facilitator of cooperation that enables us to do this information sharing.
Here you can find the different perspectives, the people that can make a big difference when you're having a problem. And security is really something that you need to do in the last mile, but you can't do anything to respond to an incident without really having someone else to help you, having other teams, having the right contact. And you can only have that with trust that you build along the line and knowing people, knowing the expertise. And I think this is the reason to come here, not only to see the best practices, examples and case studies that people share in the conference, but really to get to know the different perspectives in the same problem, the different perspectives for the solutions of the problems we have.
When an incident happens and you need to find other people to talk to that might be able to put a stop to that incident, you're more likely to find them within the first community than you are likely to find them anywhere else. So it's really a connector of people, and it is a connector of teams that are all dealing with security incidents.
It helps every aspect of our professional lives in the work that we do. It's also a great group of people. It's a community. It's in a professional sense, we help each other. And it's also a community in a social sense. We have a lot of fun together. The conference is not just about business. It's about having a little bit of fun as well. And mixing those two things together in balance is where we find the value here. And I've known people, in coming to this conference, I've known people for over 20 years that I know because of my involvement with FIRST. And that community to me is vital.
It's amazing how much of a benefit it is to know who to call, or to talk to people who have done it before, or to need the person that has that particular piece of information at this company or this ISP or this customer. That connection, that people-to-people, person-to-person connection that FIRST provides is invaluable, and you can't do it without it.
I tell you Japanese story. Two heads are better than one. So first team is about 300 teams. 300 teams are better than one.